Hello my fellow comrades. Today we are going to be watching one of my videos or animations on the tank World War II tank duel. It was hand animated by me and some editing was done of course, but this took me about 8 hours or 4 days, 2 hours per day, and it took me not that much time as I expected it to take. I thought it would take like a week to make the entire video, but it did not. If you have not watched the video, well, go watch it right now. Yeah, that's about it. Let's jump on in, and I'm gonna point some details and mistakes that I made, and yeah. So the video starts pretty normal. I have a storyline which is the Battle of Kursk, which actually happened in 1944. And this is true, the Battle of Kursk is true. The entire thing that I made here is not true, I just made it up on my mind, but some of Stalin's forces and tanks did do what is shown here. Okay, so the description is as a Soviet right tank division was advancing, it was ambushed by remaining panzers and infantry. Mistake here, right tanks. Now, as later we find out that it's a T-34, or in this video A-20, which is wrong. I'm going to talk about that later. But it should not be right tank. It should be medium tanks, not right tanks. That is a mistake on my part, so sorry, I'm stupid. Now we learn here that they were attacked by panzer tanks or tanks, German tanks, and infantry. So that's basically the storyline that I made up. Now I made this storyline so that I can have I can just have one tank, because I can't draw a lot of tanks at the same time. That's gonna take a lot of time. Next mistake here, a lone A-20. A-20 is the prototype version of the T-34, the earlier prototype version of the T-34 that did not see combat. The problem here is, what is the A-20 doing in the battlefield and also in 1944 after Kursk? That makes no sense. I'm stupid, and instead of an A-20 it should be a T-34, not an A-20. Now after this I'm gonna show you images, not the video. Again, if you have not watched the video, go watch it. And now I'm gonna go to images. Now the video starts with a perspective of what I assume is binoculars or the gunner's sight. What makes no sense here is, first of all, if this is the gunner's sight, which I think it is, I drew it, and there are a lot of problems here. First of all, if this is the gunner's sight, why is there this ring? There shouldn't be a ring here. It should be like this. You see the ring, just the ring, not the outside, which is a problem. You shouldn't see all of this, just the ring and whatever is on that ring. Another problem here, that is the sight that you see here is not of a T-34, it is of a Tiger tank. Now I knew this, and even after knowing it I made this mistake, and I made it because, come on, it looks cool. The Soviet sights don't look as cool. As you can see here, this is an actual Soviet sight that was used in World War II. It doesn't look as cool, so that was the problem there. Now I'm gonna skip some shots here. Keep going. This is on the same page. All of this is on the same page, on the same drawing sheet. Now the commander spots a tank. As we see here, the tank is extremely, you know, I wouldn't say low quality, just extremely weird looking because he hasn't zoomed in yet. Now the next shot, we zoom in. If you have watched the video, you know what's gonna happen. Anyway, so we zoom in, you see the actual Soviet side. Now this is actually how the gunner's side would look like, except then it being a square, it should be a circle, not a square. You can even see some Soviet handwriting. Okay. Now this does not kind of look like a Panther tank, which is something that they're trying to suit at. This does not look like a Panther tank, but happens. It's a drawing. Happens. Next up, we fire a round, and the round goes and goes and goes and goes, and then we see the round here, and it keeps going and going, and it hits the tank and ricochets on the side. Now this does happen. The Panther tank has extremely good armor plate at the front, which makes sense that the 76mm round would ricochet. So that makes sense. And the round ricochets, and then here we see the aftermath of the round being there. There's some simple stuff. Now we zoom in more, and we see the Panther tank looking straight at the T-34. So that's a problem. That's not just a problem, you're gonna die. Now this was made on the third day. Okay, this tank was made on the third day, and this took some time. As you can see, little to no shading here. It's most of it is camouflage, and it looks great. The turret looks a bit weird because of the seat. It wasn't straight up, so that was a problem. But in reality, it looks much better. At least the turret looks much better. Now, a very cool detail here. You can see the ricochet round of the 76mm. That's a cool ricochet, and a good detail to be there. And you can even see the hit just here below the gunner's sight, but and then you can see the 76mm tone up cell from the ricochet. So that was a pretty cool detail. You can even see some cells here, the Panther tank, but the Panther cells here, 88mm I think. I don't remember, but I think it is an 88mm gun. Now the tank fires. Now not a mistake, but a weird looking aspect here, the muzzle flash. That sucks. That does not look like a muzzle flash. It does not look good. It looks weird and janky. I have seen actual tanks fire in front of me in real life, and even with a muzzle brake, and the Panther tank has a muzzle brake right there, and I've seen tanks fire in real life with muzzle brakes, and I wanted to show that the flash of the muzzle is going sideways instead of front, and I wanted to show that. And as I was trying to show that, it didn't look good, as you can see here. I don't like it. It's probably my worst muzzle flash I've ever done, but happens. Now we see the round, and the round goes. Now what I wanted to do was basically the round to go from here closer to us and shoot up to the tank. I think I achieved that. Now the hard part was this is on a 2D paper, and I'm trying to have the camera angle go from here to here on a 2D plane. So what I'm gonna have to do is turn something that I want to be 3D into 2D. which was hard, but I think I accomplished it. And as you can see, the what I did was, this is the same picture, and the round, I'm just changing the size of the size, and how further the round goes. So every shot I'm doing this. So first shot it's this. Next shot I'm moving the angle here. So I'm cutting a bit of the picture here, and I'm increasing the size. Next this, next this. So it feels like the round is getting closer to us, and the tank is getting further away from us. That's what I tried to make. The round becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. You can see the details now of the round. AP armor penetrating round, or maybe a Chi, who knows? Who knows where he's firing? And as the round goes supersonic, supersonic at 300 meters per second, or 400, I don't know the exact details, or don't remember the exact details. The round keeps on going, and now the round turns fatter, smaller, and fatter, and now you can see the T-34, and you can clearly see the T-34, and also just the round just moving. So not a lot of hard details to make here. I will point out something though. The whole place, the whole background that I've made here is actually there in real life. I have taken a concept from a place in real life during 1944, I think, or 1945. The place may be changed now, but this is somewhere, I think, in Germany, or on the border of Germany, close to Russia or Poland, or some place like that in 1945. Uh, map now, the maps now are changed, but I think that's what I was that. So this place might actually be there in real life. Now the tank explodes and the turret goes off, which does happen sometimes when the ammo rack, or the place where you store the ammunition, explodes. And again, if it is a 88 millimeter, penetrating a T-34 is going to be easy for a 88 millimeter. So I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. That's the entire video. It was a fun video to make. I just wanted to experiment if I can do something like this. The biggest, uh, point, the biggest takeaway point from the whole video is this scene where the round goes from one position to another. And this actually just took me a day to make, like an hour and a half to make. It wasn't that hard. Again, I'm just changing the position of the round and just cutting away the picture, so that was quite easy. And yeah, that's about it. See ya. So that's about it. That's the entire video. Again, it was a pretty cool drawing. There are a lot of mistakes there, and not the best, but I am working on it. I'm also working on other animation, hand-drawn animations. So that's about it. Again, these animations take a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of time. So that's why my upload schedule is always 2 weeks. I don't upload for like 2 weeks, which is, or I mean, you guys are here, you guys stick around, so I like that. Thank you for all the support, and that's about it. See ya.